Bloomberg News.
Hey, welcome back, everyone, to our Bloomberg News special, Buffett's Inner Circle. The next half hour, we'll be joined by an all-star lineup, including investment strategist Laszlo Birinyi and Robert Hagstrom, author of the New York Times bestseller, The Warren Buffett Way. But first, who is the man to take the reins of Berkshire Hathaway after Warren Buffett? For more, we turn to a few people with a vested interest. Jean-Marie Eveillard, value investor and senior advisor with First Eagle Funds. His firm is the 11th largest Berkshire shareholder. Also on set with me is Bill Child. He's the chairman of R.C. Willey Home Furnishings. Berkshire Hathaway bought his company back in 1995. And in Irvine, California, Monish Pabrai from Pabrai Investment Funds joins us in 2007. He and fellow money managers spent $650,000 to break bread with Buffett. Jean-Marie, I want to start with you because as a Berkshire shareholder and someone who has also gone through your succession issues at First Eagle, tell me, is Buffett doing the right thing in terms of not naming his successors right now?
Yes, I think he is. And I think it's a little bit sad to talk about succession because Warren Buffett is only 77 years old, and I think for all I know, he may have another 10 or 15 years to go. But in any case, I don't think the succession is an extraordinary problem because for decades, Buffett has instilled a culture within Berkshire Hathaway which I think will endure after he steps down, whenever that is.
Right. Certainly, a lot of people have said he's built this corporate culture. And in fact, Bill, perhaps you can talk a bit about that, having been in the corporate fold for so long. What is this corporate culture that Warren Buffett has formed?
It's a fabulous culture. Of course, it would be very difficult to replace Warren Buffett, but whoever the successor is, I think they're going to have to wait a long time. I agree. He's going to be around a long time. And having built the company, I have full confidence that whoever he chooses will be just absolutely outstanding and will follow the continued culture, the culture of investing in value and earnings and the long-term view. He passes a lot of short-term possibilities, but in the end, he always comes out on top.
He does indeed. It's hard to bet against Warren Buffett.
You just can't.
And people have, and they've lost a lot of money in that sense. But I want to get you into the conversation, Monish, because, of course, it does seem at times early to be talking about succession, but as you heard from our special, Warren Buffett and the board talk about it all the time, or in fact, a majority of the time. Do you, as a shareholder, wish that he did name the successor? I mean, do you agree with Jean-Marie that he's handling it the right way?
Very good to be here. But no, he really can't name the successor because it changes. I think every 5 or 10 years, the cast of characters changes. It used to be a few decades ago, Charlie Munger. We might have had Tony Nicely as a candidate a few years back. And I think he doesn't want... I think ideally they would not appoint anyone beyond their mid-50s or even early 50s into the role. He wants the next manager to have a long run. So that's a moving target. And as Berkshire acquires additional businesses, they're bringing in more and more managers. So, for example, recently, the Marmon Group. And, he praised the guy who's running it, used to be the former CEO of Illinois Toolworks. So, the range of folks he has available to him changes every few months.
But Monish, as a shareholder, though, do you have an idea of who you would like there, or do you believe that there is do you have a name really as the person who will succeed Warren Buffett? Because we interviewed some of the people in our special that are considered candidates.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Dave Sokol, even though he claims he's not, I'm pretty sure he's on the list. And I think it's possible that the Marmon Group CEO is on the list as well.
Jean-Marie, any thoughts on that?
No, I think I trust that Warren Buffett will pick the right man, and I think Monish was right to indicate that, yeah, it's a moving target, and there is no need to name a successor beforehand.
But in many ways, though, the question, of course, is can the successor really be able to fill Warren Buffett's shoes? I mean, what are the real qualities that they are going to have, or that person is going to have, in order to be able to live up to that legacy and grow Berkshire the way that Warren Buffett has over the last 50 years?
Well, Buffett, in essence, is, we were talking about it before, is an allocator of capital. He doesn't run at all, he doesn't get involved at all, from what I understand, in the day-to-day business of all the companies that are within the Buffett empire. And so, you know, allocating capital, that's the role of a value investor. The successor will also be a value investor. And he may not have the extraordinary skills of Warren Buffett. But again, as we said before, there is a culture over the past few decades that has been instilled by Buffett himself. And so, except for the fact that it acknowledged that the day Warren Buffett steps down for whatever reason, the stock may temporarily go down because there is sort of the Pavlovian reflex.
Short-term reaction.
That's right. That doesn't bother me too much.
Right. Not for a long-term investor like you,
That's
Jean-Marie.
right.
Bill, you have the last word on this. In terms of your own company, I mean, give me the outlook for your company in a post-Buffett world under Berkshire.
Well, of course, we would hate to lose Buffett. I mean, he is a shining star in everyone's book, and but I think the integrity and the